I want to cover some notes that Julian Bannon sent me from New Zealand, and mainly in reference to the air golf flyer that she uses, but also a game that she recommended, and that's that you would put a hoop in the middle, and then you would put these other hoops out around the outside of it in a circle, and then at each station you would have like a bean bag, a flyer, a wiffle ball, and then the kids go and start at one circle and play a shot into the hoop with that product. Then you go to the next one, then you go to the next one, then you go to the next one. So they practice each one of the swings at a target in the middle and just kind of rotate around, then they'd switch. So here are some suggestions she had with the air golf flyer. One would be to take it above your head and swing it around. This would be like a David and Goliath one, and then you throw it. The other one would be, she talked about having a team game where you have two students together and one of them is blindfolded and the other one has to guide them along to a hole, telling them how hard to swing their arm back and forth, aim them, and then have them swing back and forth and then say little or big, and walk them around through a couple of holes where they might switch after one hole and work as a team on the other. The other one is that she thought was really great is that with catch and throw at these is just have two students face each other for a team game, and there's a line here where he stays on it and the other ones, they keep throwing it. As long as they catch it, they keep moving back, so you'd have a row of them, and then the one that gets the farthest back that catches it without dropping it is the winner. A couple other ones that she has here is if we did have a barrier like a pop-up net, put the target on the other side so that they have to throw it up over the top of the net into the target on the other side. So that really gives you a timing and height and swinging, and that would be really great if we were going to use that for a pop-up net. And then I showed you always closest to the pin, where kids could use all those objects and play closest to the pin. The other thing that we talked about was you could bat the ball. You could bat it like this, where they hold it up and they bat it to the hole and they bat it into the hole. Or you could kick it. They could hold it like this and kick it, and they'd have to kick it, hold it down and kick it, and then kick it down and get it inside the hula hoop. That's another great skill for them to do, to learn in using the air golf flyer. I want to just see if there's a couple other ones that she mentioned in here, and I've got them all written down and could certainly send them to you. Yeah, she talked about throwing it the highest. See who could throw it up the highest and catch it. You could have all 3 or 4 or 6 kids do it together. 1, 2, 3, and throw it up in the air and catch it. Or like I did over at Royal Dornoch, I had all the kids line up in a line, and I was back about 30 feet from them. And they all went 1, 2, 3, and they all threw the balls up together to try to hit me. And it was really a fun thing to show them all up like comets coming down. So those are just a few more other ways to use the flyer and some setups. And then of course you could always use the buckets to put out there, you know, on the ground, different places like that. So you have 3 buckets out there, and or 4 or more, and then the kids could throw objects into the buckets. See, give them 5 throws and then add up the number of air flyers that go in there, or wiffle balls, or bean bags. So you have all these games you can do by just laying out a bunch of buckets out for them to throw to.